Hello and welcome to EPLAN Tips and Tricks. Today we're going to go through exporting PDFs. So it's a rather simple process, if I'm being perfectly honest. For a tip and a trick, it's the things you can do with a PDF is probably more that you want to see. So we'll get the creation of the PDF done quite quickly. In here you can see I can highlight a project, I can highlight several pages of a project, or I can highlight the whole thing. If you just highlight the top project area, you will take out the project. You can see here, not only am I using pages, I'm also using layout spaces, which means I have 3D enclosures in here. And I want these to also be exported out as well. Okay, so when we export out, it is a page export. By highlighting the project, you're choosing all of the pages, and this page export to PDF. In here you can then choose the PDF name. Again, I generally use the same name as the project itself. The most interesting one for me is where you actually store it. If you're sending a project out to another EPLAN user, they will make their own PDFs, I guess, anyway. But you might want to save the project internally to the actual project itself. And that's what this $doc system is just here. If I just do a quick browse onto that one, the $doc actually is a document folder that's inside the EPLAN database, so the .edb. You also find in there an images folder as well, but the document folder is the good one for me. It's also a good place to write reports as well. So if you need a bill of materials, so on and so forth for external use via Excel, again, that document folder is a great place to put it. I click OK, that's what I want. I want the output in color. I am going to use my normal A3 print margins, and I'd also want to output the whole 3D model set as well. And you can see in here there's an apply to entire project because I highlighted the project. There is a scheme in here. This is a default scheme. I do keep a few different ones as well, but again, you can make a scheme that is relevant to your company first. You can browse into the scheme set, so I'm going to export out to the $doc system just in here. So when I come across to the general section on here, I can use a zoom function. So when I go to the intelligent PDF and I jump between the two pages, I can choose how far it zooms in to that page before it physically goes off. So in here, 75. You can have a simplified jump function which allows you to use less jump systems. It generally takes you back to the device pages and gives you less jump functions. I can use a quick web display PDF, again, if you're going to be using it via Internet Explorer or Edge. You can make it read-only, but you generally don't want to do that one. Any externally linked documents you can also send to the output directory. So if you spend some time putting hyperlinks or external documents into the page set, you can also send them out into the folder. You can also use an archiving PDF. And last but not least in here, page tree sorted by. I've always found this one a little bit curious. You spend a lot of time getting the structure of your project correct, and yet in the PDF you just changed the way it's structured. I've never really changed that one, but it is there. The tick box that's important for me today is to generate device pages only for the electrical areas, and the device pages will have this information for devices and parts. Cool. I press OK, I run it through, and it will now generate. I will browse to that little section just in here, so System, Projects, EPLAN UK, and then here I'm opening up the EUK sample project, and there's the document folder in question. Okay, it's taken a few seconds this one, but you have to admit there's six. There's six 3D models in here as well, and there's quite a few pages, so it will take a little bit of time. And nearly there. And there we go. Okay, so into the document folder, here is our sample project just here, and we can then open it up and start to scroll through the whole section. So you see all the model views, the drilling views, and we can see here a full page tree of all the data that we have had. In here you can see your layout spaces, layout space A1, A2, A3, A4, so on and so forth. And you can see up here there's a click to activate to allow you to scroll around the screen to be able to pick up the items, and you can then pan it around, zoom into the areas that you want to see. Again, making it very clear and obvious for somebody who's maybe building your panel to know exactly how you want something to be built. Again, very, very nice way of doing something on there. Okay, so there is the PDF. If I go to a little section on here, I can see a paintwork section, I can see a coating section, I can see my PLC controllers, and in here I can start to see some of the data that I want. Okay, you can fill in comments on here, you can use sticky notes. Change the numbering system please, something like that, and I can use a sticky note. So in there I can then save it. I save my sticky note, I close down my PDF, and then I'm able to read my comments back in. So import, so from the project page, oh I know why, I'm in a 3D environment, you need to be in a 2D. Page, import PDF comments. I can then browse to my section, so D drive, EPLAN, so on and so forth, projects. I can then see my project set. I can find my sample project. I open it up, it tells me a comment was imported. I can then go to my comments navigator and I'm able to find my comment. In here I can then see my comment is available, who wrote it, what they wrote, when it was written, and again whether I accept it, reject it, change it, whatever I need to do. So again, you can send things out to an intelligent PDF. You can use a jump function inside that PDF as well. So again, if you just go to a different page, so in my enclosure, I can use little jump functions here and jump between the different pages. I can jump to what's known as a device page, so I click back in place. I can see all the relevant information of what I need. And again, you can then write data back into EPLAN for somebody else to make changes if you take that drawing on site with you. Okay, thank you very much for your time.